Hello there. Welcome to another meditation presented by My Temple Garden. For those of you that are just meeting me or learning about me for the first time, my name is April Aronoff. I am a priestess of the rose, the bee, the dragons. I am in service to the unicorns and Gaia. Just a little bit about myself. I steward a very large sacred garden that is full of, I have about 60 rose bushes. There are many elementals, dragons, unicorns, fairies that exist on this land. There are light beings and spirit beings of the loving light that come through the portal on this land, and they enter our plane and they go out to do their work in the world. So what is it that I want to talk about today? What's really true for me right now, it is May 18th, is that I still feel a lot of heaviness and fear in the field. And even within myself especially, it's really been this roller coaster. And what is really present for me and is landing for me in working with this energy is the healing wisdom and power of the golden yellow rose, the unity consciousness of the bees, and the sun. So as I've sat and really deepened into the yellow rose, I have a picture I want to show you. Here is a photo I took of one of my yellow roses. This is an amber colored rose. It has an amazing smell. It sits upstairs in my living room. And yellow roses represent high health. And when I say high health, I don't just mean physical health. I mean health within all the layers of the aura. The physical body, the spiritual body, your mental body, going all the way up to your unity consciousness with Creator as we move through the layers of the aura. And working with the yellow rose can really help heal rips and tears. It can heal DNA. In sitting with my own channelings with the energy of the yellow rose, it really is akin to listening to a crystal singing bowl. Filling your body and your central channel up with yellow roses, with golden roses, will help bring the physical body into a pure state of high health that starts from within and moves through all the layers of your aura. It's really quite healing. So the yellow rose has been very present for me in recent weeks as I myself have been experiencing just a lot of, again, insecurity. What is happening? How are things changing? How can I maintain my inner strength and truth so that I can continue to shine the light during a time as the earth transitions from heavy 3D to the new earth and ascension. And we all have to go through these inner processes in order to help the outer. It's an inner to an outer process. So the meditation that we're going to do today is going to bring in the energies of the yellow rose and high health. And it is also going to bring in the energy of the holy bee. So this is a picture of my bees. I have one beehive that I tend to. And this is the first queen that I ever had. I don't know if everyone has seen a queen bee before, but she looks, as you can see, pretty distinctly different. She's very sort of long and thin. And all of the other bees are sort of around her. And this is a picture of my hive. You can see there's honey back here. And what the bees have really taught me, a lot of wisdom has come through, is the unity consciousness field that they radiate. So within bees, while there is a hierarchy, I suppose, it really isn't a hierarchy. There is a queen, there are workers, there are drones, but no one bee is any more important than another bee. They really do function as a collective consciousness. There are no individuals. So everybody has a very specific job, but it's the collective consciousness of everyone's contribution that creates this larger unity field. And lately, as I have been working with the energies that I am feeling in the field and, you know, feeling grief in my heart around, you know, what's going on with my children and what's happening with my job and the relationships that I see out in the world. The bees are actually, as I'm sitting with that within myself, very honestly, my heart open, my heart raw, my heart even breaking. I sit with my bees and they invite me to step into their unity consciousness, to step out of the dross and into the unity field of one. And when I do that, it is profound. Everything shifts, everything changes, and it's real. It's there. That's the gift of all of this, is it's not something that we have to aspire to. It's already there. It already exists. We just need to step into it. And I'm not saying that's easy. I'm not saying that that's not a challenge, but that's what now is about. It is about letting our hearts break, letting our shadows emerge, holding them with love, holding the heartbreak with love, so that there is something new to rebirth. So I want to show, just before we begin the meditation, the yellow roses that I picked. These are all different varieties. We've got Golden Celebration, wonderful, strong, lemony citrus scent. We've got African Sunset, beautiful, almost like honey. And then we have the same rose that was in the picture that I showed you. This is called Bronze Star, which is an amber rose that I bought for myself in honor of my lifetimes with the Sisterhood of the Rose, because that is the rose that is my essence. So let's just get comfortable right now and invite ourselves to work with the energies of gold, yellow, bees, and the sun, and to let it come into our hearts as a way to heal and transform our bodies. So get comfortable. And I'm just going to get my crystals in my hands. And let's just close our eyes and take 3 deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth. One more. Feel your body in the chair or on the floor, or perhaps you're lying down, wherever you are. Feel your body really connected to the earth. She supports you every single day. She provides us with air and food and water and life. And let's just give a bow of thanks and reverence to Mother Gaia for all that she does. And see yourself grounded now into the earth. Drop a grounding cord from your belly, from your feet, from your tailbone, wherever it is that you ground, all the way down through the many layers of the earth into the center of the earth. that magical molten crystal core that is the Earth's womb space. And see that grounding cord fully locking in. There's a place in the center of the Earth that is your signature, your codes, and your grounding cord knows instinctively where to drop in there. And see that cord now, whether it's light or a tree trunk or rainbows or crystals, see it expanding and becoming wide, wider than your body. I am really feeling that we all need a very wide, expansive grounding cord that is actually surrounding us and enveloping us. Seeing that cord become a hollow beam of light, and you are going to pull some energy up from the center of the earth, whatever color you see it as. It's going to come up through your central channel, through your belly, through your heart, through your brain, and it's going to go up to the cosmos. And from there, you can go through the central sun, you can connect with the blue cosmic rose, you can connect with divine source creator, whatever feels the right place for you to plug into. I am today going to go through the central sun, through the blue cosmic rose into source. And from this place, we are going to welcome the energies. So we're going to see ourselves surrounded by a beautiful, golden, divine sphere of light. It's going to fully surround whatever house or building that you are in. First your room, then the house or the building. And this divine, pearlescent, golden sphere of light has a 24-karat gold web around it. It has a rainbow mirror refracting out. And there is an amber grounding cord going from the center of the earth through this sphere up to the cosmos. We are setting sacred space now to do this holy work around the rose, the bees, and the sun. And within this golden sphere, you're just going to sit for a minute because the energy of gold in and of itself is of a high vibration. And I am receiving now to sit within this sphere of gold and to let the molecules and the energies of that color, the vibration of gold, come into your body now. It's coming into your cells, your organs. It's filling your heart. You are here. You are present. You are on this earth, and you can do this. You can shine your light. Each and every one of you are a gift. And if you have forgotten that at any point in time, I am here to remind you now that you are a gift. So, welcoming the energies of the divine, the Holy Mother, Holy Father, Holy Child, the Christed consciousness, the angels and archangels, the dragons, unicorns, and fairies that exist in this garden and on the earth, the holy rose and the holy bee, we honor you now. We welcome you. I am welcoming and honoring the ancestors of this land and my personal ancestors. So if you could now honor yours, welcome them, bring them into this circle, into this space that is filled with nothing but the loving light. We bow to you, we respect you. Show us the way, protect us, guide us, and lend us your wisdom. So now with that, take another big breath. Now I'm going to lead you on a journey. So see yourself outside and in a field. You're instantly there. And it's not just any field. It is a field of the most beautiful golden yellow roses. They are everywhere, all different shapes, all different sizes. And this is a magical garden. It's sort of like those English or medieval gardens of old where there's different rooms within the garden. You can wander, you can meander. And I want you to walk around and notice, what do you see? Perhaps there are fountains with water, animals, bunnies, deer. And the roses themselves are so fragrant and you just can't stop smelling them. Pausing, taking your hands, cupping the rose, bringing your nose, inhaling so deep. The smell goes all the way through your nose, into your brain, and into your body, and you can feel yourself alchemically changing through the smell. And that knowledge of high health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, it is transforming instantly. Your divine DNA is becoming activated. Illness and disease is dissolving within the field of this golden yellow rose. Because it isn't just the smell, it's the sight, it's the texture, it's the song that the roses sing. They are all around you, surrounding you with this beautiful vibration. So now I want you to continue to walk through this magical garden, this beautiful garden that is full of trellises and arbors and gazebos and benches and just open spaces. And I want you to find a place to just sit down. Maybe it's on the earth, maybe it's on a beautiful wrought iron white bench, maybe it's on a gazebo, maybe you're laying on a chase lounge or laying on the ground in the sun. And I want you to just sit and take in what's around you. And the sun is shining bright. You can feel the sun's rays from above, from all sides. You are here. You are being healed. You are fully protected. And you are love. And as you sit within the golden yellow roses, as you sit within the sun's rays, you become aware of a buzzing. And at first the buzzing is kind of low and you open your eyes and you look around and you see a bee. And this bee is going in and out of one of the yellow roses. The yellow rose is fully opened, all of its petals expanded, and there's a beautiful orange yellow stamen inside, and you can see the bee going in, getting pollen all over its legs, drinking nectar, leaving that flower and going to another one. And you're completely mesmerized by this dance of love and light that the bee is doing. And you realize there is not just one bee. There are many bees, hundreds of bees, maybe even thousands of bees in this garden flying around. And you feel safe and nurtured within the field that these bees are creating. As they fly above you and around you, you begin to feel that they are combing your aura, that they are in fact painting the air with the flower of life, because that is what bees do. As they leave their hive and they forage and they go out into the world, the vibration that they bring and that they comb the air with is that of the flower of life. And you feel yourself sinking further and further within this flower, within this energy, the yellow rose, the bees, and the sun. And as you sit in front of a yellow rose, a bee lands on it. And she's just the most precious thing. It's a forager. All of the foragers are female. And she looks at you with this cute little face, her fuzzy little body, her little wings, her little eyes. And you start to understand that she is communicating with you. She is talking to you. She is saying, hey, I am here. You are me and I am you. And as you fall into the field of this bee, as you surrender to this beautiful unity consciousness, you realize that you are becoming small. You are becoming smaller and smaller until you are as small as the bee. And you sit within this smallness and you look up within this garden, because you are really no bigger than a blade of grass, no taller than a blade of grass, perhaps even smaller than a blade of grass. And the garden is so much larger than you at this point. And as you were sitting deep within the green and the dirt, this bee lands right in front of you and it lowers its head. And you know instinctively the bee is inviting you to get on its back. So you get on the bee's back. It's fuzzy and it's soft and it's a little tickly, and it just fills you with instant joy. Bees are joyous. That is their nature. And you are full of joy. You are full of excitement. What is happening next? You don't know. Where is this bee taking you? But you surrender and you hold onto her back, onto her wings, and she lifts off the ground and she begins to fly. And it's the most beautiful flight. You can feel the wind on your face. You can smell wafts of the roses as you fly through the air. And the bee now is rising up a little bit above the garden, and it begins to fly. And it flies and it flies, and you see up ahead of you, there is a tree. And as you get close to this tree, you see more bees coming in and out of the tree, and you realize that this bee is taking you to her home, to her hive. And your heart quickens and you feel excited. Your cells are activated. Your heart is open. Your body, just being in contact with this bee, with the yellow roses, with the sun, is instantly getting healed. And the bee begins to slow. And at the entrance of this hive are other bees. And they bow to you and they part ways. And as soon as you get to the entrance of this hive, a deep, deep warmth envelops you as bees keep their hives pretty warm and pretty humid. So you enter this warmth, you enter this hive, and it's just such a profound sensory experience. You don't even know what to focus on first. There are bees all around you. Some of them are licking you. They're touching you. You're hearing many, many voices all at once. And while you cannot understand their individual words, you know their feeling. You sense their emotion. They are welcoming you into this unity field of consciousness, into the one. And as you sit within this field, all of your fears, frustrations, they just continue to fall away in layers. There is only this field, there is only this unity consciousness of love and light within the bees. And you get off this bee, and although you were in this hive, it's actually pretty easy to move around. There's honeycomb, some of it has, or there's comb, some of it has honey in it, nectar, pollen. You see the nurse bees caring for the brood, the babies, lovingly feeding them bee bread and other substances to make them strong. You are seeing new bees born and emerge from their cells. You are seeing bees making honey, and it just fills you with the most profound joy. Here you are in this field of the one. Take it in. This is what we are aspiring to, that already exists here. All we need to do is step into it. And as you take all of this in, you see a bee coming towards you. And this bee is a little larger and a little longer than the other bees. And you realize that it is the queen. And she is coming towards you now. And you know instinctively to bow in reverence to her. Without her, there is no hive. Without the hive, there is no queen. They are all one. And you give thanks to the hive for allowing you to be in its presence. And this queen comes up to you, and she is beautiful. Her abdomen is golden. Her wings are glistening gold. She has the most beautiful face. And she touches you with her antenna. And there is an instant transmission of communication. She is giving you a message now about you, about your life, and you receive that message. I am receiving the message now, and she is telling me not to be afraid to feel my feelings, to let them exist, to hold them with love, to surrender them to the one. And it is through this work that the rebirth will happen, personally and collectively. And as you're here communing with these bees, there's a little blob that falls and hits you on your cheek. And it's a bit of honey, and it runs down your face. And you scoop some up with your hand and you eat it. And it is so delicious. It is so sweet. And you know that it is honey from the yellow roses. And as this honey enters your body, you begin to feel not only the unity consciousness of the bees, but also that of the yellow rose. Its high health properties. They begin to fill you. Yellow roses begin to fill your central channel, moving up through your body, from your feet, up through your belly, through your heart space, into your brain and pineal gland, your cerebellum, your pituitary, your cerebrum. The yellow rose energy of high health fills you and fills you until it overflows out of your physical body into all of the layers of your aura, healing rips and tears, sealing holes, and you begin to feel so solid, so complete. Here you are within the center of the sun, The bees are the sun. They crave the sun. They thrive in the sun. The yellow roses grow in the sun. You are being filled with the profound healing energy of the sun, of the yellow rose, of the golden bee. And you sit within that field now, and it fills your cells, and it fills your body, and it fills your heart. And I want you to just sit with that now. Breathe it in. The yellow ray, the golden ray. We have the capacity to heal ourselves. We have the capacity to heal this earth, to shine our light on our community, on this planet, on the ley lines, to shine our light, this golden light, on the soil, the waters, the mycelium, the air, the metal, the fire, everything that makes up who we are, the plants, the trees, the animals, the sea life, the insects, and us, the humans. We are part of this healing process that begins with you inside your body. It starts there and it radiates out. We can each do this. And as this knowing hits you, the most profound burst of joy, love, and light is released in your body. There is serotonin. There are all kinds of neurotransmitters firing. Hormones are activated. You are feeling like you are one with this planet and with the divine. That is why you are here. So now, dear one, take note of where you are in the hive. It is time to go. The queen licks the rest of the honey off of your face. The bees surround you, sending love. You feel their love so profoundly. And one of them again lowers itself, and you know to instinctively get on. And it walks over to the hive entrance, and you take one look back at this beautiful, warm, womb-like space where all of life is possible. Anything is possible. You take one last look, and then the bee takes off. She is flying back through the air, across the meadow, back to the garden. She lands on the ground, and you climb off, feeling so whole and so complete you don't have words. And as you sit there, you begin to grow. You begin to turn back into your regular size. And there you are again, sitting in this beautiful garden full of yellow roses, full of the sun, and full of the bees. And you hold your arms up, and you close your eyes, and you give thanks for this experience. Your hands coming together in prayer position above your head. You bring them down to your heart, and you give a bow of thanks. And now, dear ones, it is time to get up and start walking back through the garden, out of the space, back to the meadow, and back to the room where you are now. Feel yourself in your body. Feel the profound healing nature of the yellow ray, of the golden ray, high health, vitality, It is that crystal singing bowl which profoundly transforms our DNA. You are not the same being as you were when you sat down. There is a healing that has taken place in your heart and in your cells. We give a bow of thanks to this beautiful, beautiful meditation. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey with the yellow rose and the bees and the sun. I hope it provided you with healing, with vitality, with warmth. Feel free to listen to this whenever you feel like you need a boost. I know that I will. And until we see each other again, I give a bow of thanks for sharing holy space with you. We are one. We can do this. I know that we can. Peace be with you. Blessed be.